Good morning. I just got done watching episode 6 of season 3 of The Mandalorian. This episode was titled Guns for Hire. Um, I think I'm just going to jump straight into the criticism of the episode and start off by saying this is the dumbest Mandalorian episode I think I have ever seen. Um, I've been trying to keep a positive outlook on where the Mandalorian's going this season, but I think this episode they've completely jumped the shark. It seems to me that the creators of the show have gotten more interested in doing stunt cameos than they are in telling a coherent story. They're no longer really paying attention to their own rules that they've set up in earlier seasons, and they're resorting to contrivances just to try and move the plot in a direction that they now seemingly want to go. I've been trying to hold out hope that they had some ace up their sleeve for the end of this season. I'm thinking they're probably still going to try and do something on the back end of these last two episodes, but I'm no longer sure that this is salvageable. It's at this point that I'd probably be telling people that if you had not yet subscribed to Disney Plus for this season of The Mandalorian, waiting to see how it was going to shake out, don't do it. If you did subscribe, this is probably the point that I'd be telling you to cancel. Um, I really can't express how aggressively stupid I feel this episode was. Uh, and it's hard to get into exactly why that is. There are elements of the episode that feel like maybe they're going to go somewhere. There was a point when they were tracking down the rogue B2 battle droid in this episode that looked like, okay, maybe this will be some kind of an interesting police procedural. But the resolution of that ended up being a bunch of gobbledygook that doesn't really feel like it makes sense in the Star Wars universe. I guess I'll get into some of the stunt casting that I was talking about earlier. This episode stars not only Jack Black but also Lizzo and I think somebody that a lot of people were looking forward to, Christopher Lloyd. Um, I actually quite like Jack Black as an actor in most things. He doesn't belong here in Star Wars. It feels um, it pulls you out of the episode rather than feeling like a natural insertion here and having a part that forwards the story. It's more like, hey, it's Jack Black. I'm also baffled as to what Lizzo was doing in this episode. This feels like the showrunners had some of their friends that they wanted to bring into the episode, so here they are. Look, it's Jack Black and Lizzo. Okay, did it forward the story at all? Christopher Lloyd as well. This felt like an amazing opportunity to put him into a role of a grizzled old Mandalorian. That's not the role that they chose to give him. Now that's fair. They can choose to do with that part what they want to do, but why waste Christopher Lloyd in this particular role when you could have given him something with so much more weight? Finally, I felt that in this episode, there's we've been talking a lot about the political direction of Disney, and how that has been affecting their storytelling. And I feel like in this episode, that becomes somewhat blatant as there's commentary on politics both in and outside of Star Wars. Um, in a sense, that's done to mock uh, focus on politics, which okay, you can do that. I don't know if you want to wade into that with a fan base that's already pretty irritated where things are going. The one bright spot that I think that I would mention about this particular episode is that I continue to be surprised by the scoring of Joseph Shirley in this season. I think that he's actually done excellent with the music in the season of The Mandalorian. I was a little nervous about having him step in for Ludwig, even though I know that he is a protege of Ludwig's. But in a lot of ways, I think I actually prefer the music in episode three, or in season three rather, than in the previous seasons. So I think if you're a music fan and you like the style of the music that's been in the Mandalorians, maybe you might be interested in the soundtracks. But as for now, I'm not sure that I could recommend this season of The Mandalorian to anybody. There's been, I think, maybe one to two good episodes. There's been a few good scenes throughout the season, but this season isn't hanging together. Let me know what you guys think. Am I going off a little half cocked on this, or are we right in saying that Star Wars is just finally dead? Let me know what you think. Talk to you all soon.